It's Larry Green Roomer in Crunchberry's Playhouse, and with Crunchberry and
hi everybody.
with Angie, and we're going to play with a modified version of the Julie tubes that I created out of the files that I got from Brian, and I just fattened them up a little bit, made them a little bigger and then shorter to compensate for volume. And a little trick, so this was just a flower to put in it, which was just another thing. But if you can see, I've got a bottom on it, and in the bottom are marbles, which are all resting in a little groove, a little round bevel. So the idea is that the marbles stick out through the bottom, and I can't really tip it over, but I'll take another shot and edit it in to the video. And so I'm using it like they're paint pens, so they'll be ballpoint pens with marbles in a sense. And so if we set it on the canvas like that, the marbles are going to be up, so paint will start pouring out right away. So it's not a perfect seal. Paint is going to come out regardless, but to compensate for it, I'm putting it into the little circle. Now that goes all the way to the bottom and it depresses the marbles again. So I built these little standoffs that can be slid down into the slots, and that'll hold it up off the ground so that the marbles are all the way down. Now it's getting complicated. So we go like that and then slide this in there, and now it's up off the ground for the time being. But it wants to tilt, you know, it just, because the slot size is a little bigger and make it easier to go in and out, it tilts. So to compensate for that, everything's compensation. Just got these little these little chip bag clips. Now it's perfectly straight up and down, and we're good to go. So basically I'm going to fill it with paint in this configuration, and then we'll pull it out. But since it does ooze paint out around it, we're going to leave it in the canvas. It's a dry canvas for now, but we're going to probably, as soon as we get the paint in here and we get it pulled out and set down, we're going to probably move a little paint on here, and then we'll put some black around it rather than having it setting in a pool of paint. We'll try it a couple of different ways, but for now we're going to try it this way just to see how well the functionality of the colors roll out of the balls. So here we go. So we're going to go ahead and start filling it up with some paint, and let's see, I'll start over here with the Pirage Posse Purple Shimmer. And
This does have silicone.
okay, so we'll put a little bit in there. I'm not going to do them all the same color, but we'll do a couple of them part way and put that aside. And then we're going to do a Pirage Posse.
Nope, that's not a Pirage Posse. That's actually a Heavy Body Saks neon. A Saks Heavy Body Paint neon red.
Oh, just snuck into a Pirage Posse paint bottle.
Yes, I'm using
not
those
very
bottles
nice
because they're beautiful. I like the bottles.
Okay.
I used all the paint that was in them.
So now I'm going to go on top of the purple, and we filled up that one. So now we'll go on top of the neon red with the purple, and then we'll go over to this
a lime green made out of some non-brand acrylic paint and Floetrol. I think I put a little bit of water, but not much, just enough to match my consistency.
And we're going to go over the top of the green a little bit. I'm putting a little heavy. I think I should probably have put less in. Now we're going to go with the blue.
This is a Christina Welch Pirage Posse paint. It's the Galaxy Blue Shimmer. Mixed with my Floetrol and a little bit of water.
So now we're going to go with a little bit of yellow.
This is that same Saks heavy-bodied neon yellow. Same mix, and we're running low on that.
Okay. And we'll go with this.
This is again Saks heavy body paint neon orange.
So we're just getting a little bit of a color rainbow going on in here, with no rhyme or reason. And I think we're probably getting pretty close to topping it off. That's more than enough paint, I'm thinking, for what I want to do. So now I'm going to unclip the clips, slide this out of here, and set it down. Now that should start releasing the paint. That's the idea anyway.
Pretty bright colors. Got some cells pumping out of there. It's looking pretty. That would be
Oh, that's
from
quite a bit of paint.
Plorage Posse.
Now if I go over this,
Purple
it's kind of
shimmer.
muddy. So I think I got enough paint. I don't have to go over or use any black, possibly.
Can you maybe?
I know it's going to muddy it up a little bit. So that's the thing about doing it with this. Going over yourself, you're dragging, doing a little bit of dragging. Yeah, you guys are all probably going, no. I guess I'm just trying to release all the paint. So let's go ahead, and we need a little plate or something to put this in, because I really don't want to keep adding paint. I may just, I think I am going to do this thing you don't like, which is to put the paint on the edge, because it just rolls out of there and gets that paint. I can hear Angie breathing hard right now.
No. The old heavy sigh.
She doesn't like. I like doing this, but 'cause I don't mind this little framey look to it. But we'll probably be tipping it off of there some anyway. So I think we'll tip it around a little bit if we can. So really just getting paint on the canvas. And we're pretty empty. It's looking empty.
Good. Okay.
So wow, colorful, interesting way to go about it. So we're gonna go ahead and see if it'll pour at all or move. And it moves a little bit, but there's probably just not enough. And maybe the next time we will start with a base coat. It's not gonna stretch around too much. Yeah, it's definitely not going to stretch around a lot, but that was a quick and easy way to distribute the paint for sure. So that was just a novelty approach to the Julie tubes. And I think we'll let it sell up a little bit.
Put some heat on it.
Yeah, I think we will, because you can see a few bubbles in there. Give a napkin. It's really not heavy enough of paint to really pour around, so I'm just going to leave it like it is with that kind of border and just let it do what it's doing.
What you need?
I was looking for the torch.
What'd you do with it? You filled it. Okay, I'm just gonna cover some empty spots here on the edges.
My print stopped, so I stopped in there and
while you were doing the filling.
yeah, when I was filling it up, I set it down next to the printer. A little pop, pop.
Nice. A lot of cells coming out now. And that is the silicone from the Courage Poppy Purple Shimmer.
Poppy? Posse?
Posse. And
Courage
they
Posse.
add a little bit of silicone in the neon orange.
Okay.
So can you turn it around so we can do the more corners? Or
Yeah, let me go ahead and
yeah.
right here on this corner is a little bit. There's some
Okay.
paint underneath.
Yeah, I was just gonna grab it right off the edge here
There you go.
because it's really pure right there.
One little spot right here too. It looks pretty good on the sides here. Not too bad. Oh, you need a new brush.
I have another one
This will
sitting
work
here.
still.
I know, but it was kind of sad. All of a sudden the whole top falls off.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I'm kind of like, I do a dot of dripping paint and it does its own pouring. Kind of.
That's not too bad.
No, it's great. This side looks good.
So a little psychedelic action going on.
Very hippie-like.
Yeah, which I
Not
like.
unlike us at
That's
all.
kind of how I roll. But I don't know if I'm getting that in the right spot on the camera.
Looking good.
But there you go. That's the
One of two.
one of the Julie Tubes experiments. I'm so tempted to run it, you know, into this area, but I kind of like the way it, you know, the
But you're
composition of how it ended up
Yeah.
turning out. So we're cool with that. All right.
Thanks everybody for coming, and
Thanks for watching.
have a great night. Take care.
Happy holidays.